Both the mace and the shield are just about ready for finishing and painting. So why don't you follow along and we'll get that stuff done. Here is the mace. It's been primed once and I'm going over it with a sanding sponge. But it looks pretty good, and I think after I sand it down this one time it'll be ready for some priming and the final coat of color. And then it will be done. Yes! Bam! Alright, I went and grabbed the shield, which has been primed. It's going to need a lot of sanding and some more work, but it's getting there. Here is my big screw head with the screw glue to it, and I'm going to attach it permanently now with a little bit of glue. So I drilled a hole for it, and I'm going to put some glue on there and then screw it in. Same thing with these guys here. These are the furniture tacks that I used, and again I've sanded a little spot so that the glue has a little bit of something to grab onto. I'll glue it up and I'll pop that in there, and then I believe all of the pieces for the shield are all assembled. I made a lot of progress on the painting, and I'll give you a quick rundown of what I've done so far. The sort of base coat for this bronze-ish color, is this Rust-Oleum metal finish bright coat stuff that I like a lot. It's just a rattle can spray on. So I did that first, and then I clear coated it with a matte clear coat. And then I painted the head of this. So I masked off the bottom half, and the head of the mace was done with this stuff that I really like. It's by Model Masters. It's called Metallizer Lacquer. This is the gunmetal color. And the way that works is it goes in my airbrush here, and I spray the coat on like a really heavy coat, just one coat. And you let it dry for 10 minutes, and then you buff it with a cloth, and it gets this sort of nice metal sheen to it, and then that gets sealed with this sealer, again with the airbrush, specifically for the metallizer stuff. After that, I masked off this section here and sprayed it with this gold spray paint. And I clear coated that, again with a matte clear coat. And then these rings around the base of the spikes there, I brushed on a little bit of this graphite metallic, just to give it a little bit of a different sheen and a slightly darker color for the mace head. And that's all of the coloring on the mace. Now I'm going to go over this and dirty it up a little bit, put a little bit of weathering on it. I made a bit of progress painting the shield too. The front side of the shield got hit with this sort of called ivory silk, kind of a off-white color, and that's going to be for these sections right here. The rest of these will get painted over, but this has base coat. Just hit the whole thing with that. And the back side of it, I hit with this darker, just a flat sort of a brownish color, and that'll be for the wood here. The outer bit will get masked off and then sprayed the gold. That'll be this gold here that I put on the handle. The handle that will go right there. This ring right here I'll hit with the gold, and then the grip on here I use this just a sort of lighter brown. It's more of a tan, more of a leather color. So that I did that first, then I masked it off and I sprayed this other part with the gold, and the whole thing got a little bit of this flat. See, we got this flat clear coat right there. So yeah, there we go, the shield, making some progress. So here's our shield. I masked it all off, and this outer ring is what's going to get painted gold. You can see on the back I've also masked off the wooden area, and fortunately, because I have it all masked off like that and I have my spinning tray, I can, in theory, paint one side of it and then flip it over to paint the other. So here's the shield with the gold trim is under there, I promise. Now I've got to do these cross pieces on the top of it. So I've masked off all of the cross pieces with a whole bunch of masking tape, and then I'm just going to use this sort of tan leather looking brown spray paint to paint the whole top This part will be a darker brown, but I'll just go over that later. We made a lot of progress in this episode, but we're not quite done yet. In the next episode, we get everything wrapped up and we get everything painted.